Been traveling uphill for a while, so apologize for my sweat. So I just wanted to share just another cool thing about how God is, okay? Just gonna take a pause here at this section. So when I first got onto the trail today, this particular spot, and I was leaving the parking lot and I was crossing the street to get to this trail, there was another guy that was also with a backpack on, and he was getting ready to cross the street, and then we both were at the same moment coming into the intersection to get on the trail. And I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" He's like, "Hey," and I was like, "This is my first time on this trail. Do you have any suggestions?" And he's like, "Yeah." And so he started telling me, some pointers, and if I went this way, I might enjoy that, and if I went another way. And he said he comes here and that he likes to study snakes, which I thought was very interesting. And so we got to this fork in the road, and it's I was like, "Which way are you going?" And he's like, "I'm going to go over here and study the snakes over here." And I was like, "Okay, well, I'm going to head this way. Have a great day," right? And then now I'm out of his presence. I'm on the trail by myself, right? And that's where I pray to God. And I say, if it is in your will for our paths to cross, meaning me and this guy's path to cross again today, make it so. And if it isn't, and it's not within your highest will for us to cross our paths, then don't let us cross our paths, make it so that it doesn't happen. And, you can really pray in that way, if it's the Lord's victory for paths to cross, then great. And if it isn't, then they won't, right? So I'm continuing on the journey, and I'm recently, a couple minutes ago, I was coming up again from this one portion of the trail, and there's the guy, and I was like, "Hey, stranger, how's it going?" I'm like, "You find any snakes?" And he's like, "No, I found a turtle." And I was like, "Oh, cool." I'm like, "I found so many butterflies today." And he's like, "I'm gonna head this way." And I was like, "Well, would you like some snacks or provisions? I have some if you're interested." He's like, "No, I'm cool. I've got my own." I was like, "Okay, maybe our paths will cross again." And we were like, "Goodbye," And again, if you think of a movie, there's this meet cue, that's sometimes there's this little moment where you have two characters that meet. And here's the interesting part that I thought about our paths crossing, okay? He came to this trail to look at snakes, which crawl on the ground and are of the earth, okay? And I came to the trail to look for butterflies, which fly in the air and are a symbol of transformation. The caterpillar crawling, becoming this beautiful transformed butterfly that flies in the air, an expression of Yeshua, of transformation and regeneration. And, I'm in this happy vibe, and when I crossed his path, the first time it was he was just kind of "Hey," and then the second time was he was a little disappointed maybe that he didn't find as many snakes or whatever. But here's the point. Sometimes God is going to show you that, two different versions. Somebody that's focused on the earth and something that they are studying that's earthbound, and then somebody else that's studying something that's of the heavens. And so I'm just making this distinction that, again, that might be something for you to consider when you're meeting people, and what are they interested in and why are they interested in it. And if you don't really have the time to dissect that because you just kind of cross paths in passing, but again, if you do meet again, the question would be why do you study snakes? What is it that you're interested about snakes about? And if I was quick enough with my wit, I might have said, "Hey, I found out an interesting fact about the Bible this time when I was going around, and it was saying that, the snake originally had feet, but God cursed it to be on its belly on the earth." So that's an interesting thing, that snakes used to be, vertical and not horizontal. So anyway, just a little fun tidbit. So I'm going to carry on. I hope you have a great afternoon.